L'Islande, un pays qui fait rêver. Depuis Jules Verne et son voyage au centre de la Terre, cette île de feu et de glace est présente dans notre imaginaire comme un espace naturel de liberté, propice aux activités à outdoor. Ses fjords, ses volcans, ses montagnes et ses glaciers, à la lueur des aurores boréales, et même dans le vacarme des tempêtes de neige, nous ont donné envie de partir à l'aventure, ski au pied. L'Islande, c'est aussi le pays vers lequel tous les regards se portent quand il s'agit de parler de l'égalité homme-femme. Ici, l'équilibre entre les insulaires et la nature semble avoir forgé une harmonie sociale, loin des traditionnels stéréotypes de genre. Nous nous sommes donc rendus dans la péninsule des Trolls, au nord de l'île, pour mettre cet imaginaire à l'épreuve en rencontrant Bryndís, une jeune skieuse islandaise, témoin et actrice de son époque.
So my name is Bryndís Elva Bjarnadóttir and I come from Akureyri in the north of Iceland and I'm almost 24. I work as a glacier guide mostly, and now I'll do a different job working for the fire department and on the ambulance this summer. When I finished school and found out that you could do ski mountaineering, and I realized that I wanted to go ski for the next winter. I just thought it was so much fun, and spending my years in the Alps, I just enjoyed it so much that I decided to show my mom that, how we do ski touring, and she really enjoyed it. And now she's been doing it a little bit with her friends, because she has a friend who does a lot of skiing.
I have very often told her that it's kind of, what should I say, privilege to be her mother, because it's always so much fun to be around her. And it was quite from the start, because she was always so cheerful as a young girl. It was always so much fun to do something with her, and she loved going out, cycling and running and playing outside.
And my mom tried rock climbing, and she said, "Oh yeah, now I understand why you do this. It's so much fun and it's not scary." And so I think this is also important, just so the people around you can understand what you're doing, because being in the mountains might look really scary and hard and dangerous, but then when people try, it's just fine and just fun, a nice day out. So I think that's important, just so the people around you can be relaxed and not stressed.
What I like about Bryndís is I think she's a very positive person and really easygoing. She's really good to be around. And I think to be in the mountains, and we've been a lot in the mountains together, I feel like she is my greatest partner in the mountains. For example, we were once in a pretty tough spot and we got stuck on a place in the Alps, and the storm rolled in, and I didn't actually prepare well enough, because I thought the day was going to be quick and we kind of underestimated our project for the day. I got very cold, and we were waiting on our climbing partner to let us know that we could come ahead. I was getting very cold, and then Bryndís, starts singing for me and making comfort, and so I feel like she's a really strong person in the mountains, and especially when it gets tough, she remains very calm and very positive.
I think just being outside and doing a sport you like, no matter what the sport is, if it's hiking or running or walking or gardening or doing horseback riding or climbing or skiing. Just being outside just makes you happy because it's stress-free, well, most of the time, and it's just you become happy. I don't know. You just come home really happy and full of energy and happy that you spent the whole day doing something that you like. And for me, it's just I couldn't skip it, just to spend my time outside as much as I can. And I mean, I have a privilege of working a lot outside as well. And the days just feel so long, and you learn a lot about nature. And I think I'm really curious always. So I'm curious to see new things, new spots, learn new things. And yeah, I think that's what the nature does for you. It's just, yeah, no matter who you are, you can always find something that you enjoy. Around Akureyri and on the Troll Peninsula is really easy, I would say. The access is really easy, and the mountains are not very tall, so maybe average 1,100 meters, 1,000 meters, something like that. But you can ski almost all the way down to the sea, and it's in a fjord, so it's really fun. We don't usually get such huge snowfalls like in the Alps, for example, like 2 meters or 3 meters in 48 hours or something like this. But we do get quite a lot of snow that kind of sticks around. But mainly it's often windy when it's snowing. So skiing powder that goes over your head in Iceland is not common. Just because it's windy and it gets wind back quite quickly. So skiing corn snow in the spring in Iceland is really fun, and because you can ski fast, and it's really nice to ski, nice to make turns, and really enjoyable. We do sometimes have big avalanches here, and the conditions can be quite tricky. Like sometimes the road to Ólafsfjörður is closed because of an avalanche onto the road. So like everywhere else in the world, when there is snow, you always have to be careful and kind of try and look at the conditions and ask around and check the weather and so on. You can have rain, snow, hail, sun, wind from all directions, no matter where you turn, there's wind in your face, just in 1 hour. So the weather changes really quickly here. Summer, the daylight is really long here, and you can ski until 9 or 10 or 12 in the evening. So that can be really Yeah, I think it's really good for us to sometimes just be the girls together to do some sport or some mission or something like this, just because the vibe can be a little bit different than when you're in a mixed group between boys and girls. When you're with just the girls, it can be more, it can be a little bit more maybe relaxed. The vibe is just somehow a little bit different, I guess. Can be hard to explain. But it's always fun, no matter what sport you're doing. If you're doing climbing with only girls, or skiing with only girls, or just whatever, it kind of you remember it really well for being just a fun and happy experience, I guess. Yeah, I guess it can be a little bit different when you're in a mixed group, that you get this feeling of, you know, you don't want to be the weakest link maybe, or that you don't want to show that you maybe don't know something or something like that. I think it's a lot that we put in our own minds. Like, oh no, I'm not gonna say this, then la la la, this, and we worry too much about it, because I don't think the boys care more than the girls about who knows what, or something like this.
Oh, you know, this is a good one, and after you jump and you fall. Yeah.
Maybe sometimes when you're in a group with guys, you don't want to expose yourself. You don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm not feeling comfortable here, or I don't really know this trick, or whatever you're doing, or I don't know what to do now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because of the response you will probably get.
Yeah,
and
kind
I
of be
know
like, oh, I don't. Yeah.
They'll be like rolling their eyes, like, oh, you know.
Yeah,
a
or
little
just like I don't trust you anymore. I don't want to go with you anymore in the mountains.
Yeah.
You don't want that. You're afraid of it more than it happens actually. So maybe it's just our head is spinning around something that isn't there.
From my experience, I think it's more of a mental barrier that we put for ourselves than having actually experienced, you know, being then just thrown out of the group or something like that. It's more that you think, like, oh, no, I'm not gonna say this, and then you don't, so you never know if it will actually happen or not. So, yeah, I think maybe it's more something that we are worrying too much about, I guess. When we were on the climbing symposium, me and the other girls, we came up with this idea of trying to set up a website just about women in the mountains from Iceland, because we realized there was a lot of these really cool, inspiring women that we maybe have just heard the name of but had no idea what they were doing, or what accomplishments they had made already. So we thought it would be nice to make this what should I say, this ground, or this this blog page where we could write about women and their accomplishments, because I think we often just in general as people, we often like, no, this is not important. Yeah, I did this once, and yeah, it doesn't matter. But I think no matter if it's small or if it's big, or if it's a huge scary line, or if it's a nice climb, you know, it's always nice just to spread the word about it if you would recommend to other people to do it. So we thought it would be nice to have this ground to put up just accomplishments in the mountains. And we thought it would also be nice to have this web page so people could find partners on similar level. Yes, in Iceland, I don't feel like it matters if you're a woman or a man in the mountains or in most other places. Like people don't really judge you on that. It's more of just your skills and what you can do and what you know. But maybe in other countries it can be different. So, because it's it's the mountains and it's for the men and la la la. But here you don't feel this. But yeah, when you travel, you guess you can see in some other mountaineering communities that the ratio of guys is a lot bigger, and they are surprised or almost to see girls doing something in the mountains and being good and being strong, and this feels like they think you are you must be some supernatural thing, but you're not. You don't feel this so much in Iceland, I would say. It's more just people just look at your skills, not your gender as much, I think.
I think it's mostly when we from Iceland, because we feel like we're pretty much accepted where we are. But when we clash with people from, let's say, Central Europe, then sometimes the people are just like, "Oh, you're an amazing, strong, independent woman," and they're just amazed by seeing that, and you're just like, "I'm just a person."
Yeah.
I don't know, pretty weird.
I think in Iceland the nice thing is that we are not so many, so it's easy to have your voice heard. Like if we don't like something, we can go and protest, and people will actually hear. And I guess through the years we've been doing good with like equality.
Other women who they can look to and see what they can do when they are 20, 25. But maybe 20, 40, 60 years ago they didn't have anyone that they could look up to and see what they were doing. Different things than most of the girls were doing at their own age. So I think that's important to have role model to look up to.
And we did have the first female president of the world, the first democracy elected female president in the 1980s. Her name is Vigdís. And I think that was a big step for us, because a lot of people were thinking, oh no, she's an unmarried female and she has a child, and how is she gonna do all of this and all of these responsibilities that comes with being a president and so on. And I think a lot of people just decided, yes, this is a great idea, we'll just try this out and we will vote for her and we will support her and so on. And she was our president for 4 terms, so 16 years, and she was a really good president. But I think if we look back on the history, like we have all the sagas about the Vikings and all the fights, and since we started to live in Iceland, the people, and there are also strong female characters there. It's not just about men, and the women are just in the kitchen taking care of the kids and thinking about their husband. There are strong, smart, tactical women also in the stories. So
I just want to add that I'm so proud of her, that she is living her dream, and she is not afraid of doing things that she thinks is exciting, and being true to herself, to enjoy life. because living is not just a race. It's about enjoying and doing things that you love to do, and she is doing that thing now. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's important for girls and women to remember that they don't have to be the best in the world to try something out and to start doing something. It's just nice to give it your best shot, and then you'll be happy and do good. We often, I think, look for role models in people that are really, really good, and think, oh no, I'm not so great, I'm not so, she's so good, but we don't have to be the best to try. You can always try your hardest no matter what level you're at. And I think it's important just to go for it and try your hardest and follow what you feel like is important.